Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I'm your host and I am so excited about today's video. We're diving deep, I mean really deep, into a topic that's near and dear to my heart, and probably yours too, especially during the summer. That's right, we're talking about the one, the only, the legendary hot dog. That perfect, juicy, grilled to perfection masterpiece that you can hold in one hand. It's more than just food. It's a cultural icon, a staple of backyard barbecues, baseball games, and late-night talk shows. Wait, no, that's something else. But seriously, the hot dog. You think you know it, right? You've had a few, maybe a few hundred in your lifetime. You've got your go-to toppings, you know how you like it cooked. But I promise you, there are some stories and some facts about this humble tube of meat that are going to absolutely blow your mind. Alright, first up, let's talk about where this thing even came from. It's a real mystery, folks, a real whodunit. You might think, oh, it's as American as apple pie. But get this, its roots are actually in Germany. Shocker, right? The city of Frank-furter, Maine often gets the credit, hence the name Frank-furter. They've been making sausages there since the 13th century, which is just insane to think about. That's like medieval knights were probably chowing down on something similar after a long day of jousting. But wait, there's a plot twist. Vienna, Austria also throws its hat in the ring. They call their sausage a wiener, which, sounds familiar. But how did it get the name hot dog? The most popular story, and my personal favorite, comes from a cartoonist in the early 1900s at a New York Giants baseball game. He saw vendors selling Dachshund sausages because they looked like the little German dogs. He wanted to draw it but couldn't spell Dachshund. I mean, can you blame him? So he just wrote hot dog. You can't talk about hot dogs without talking about baseball. They go together like me and a good monologue joke. It's a perfect pairing. The tradition is huge and it goes way back. We're talking over 100 years. A German immigrant, Chris von der Ahe, who owned the St. Louis Browns baseball team in the 1890s, is often credited with introducing sausages to baseball parks. He was a showman, a real character, and he knew that fans would stay longer and have a better time if they had good food to eat. It was a genius move. From there, it just exploded. Every stadium in America had to have them. It became part of the experience. Think about it. You're sitting in the stands, the sun is shining, you hear the crack of the bat, and you have a hot dog in your hand, loaded up with mustard and relish. It's pure happiness. Okay, we all love a good hot dog, but some people take that love to a whole other level. I'm talking about a competitive, record-breaking level. So what do you think is the longest hot dog ever made? 10 feet? 20 feet? Not even close. You have to think bigger. Way bigger. The Guinness World Record for the longest hot dog is held by folks in Paraguay of all places. They decided to go for it and they didn't mess around. Are you ready for this? The record-breaking hot dog measured an unbelievable 203.8 meters long. That's 669 feet. Let me put that in perspective for you. That is longer than 2 football fields put together. It's taller than the Space Needle in Seattle. They needed a specially made super long bun, of course, and it took a massive team of people to cook the sausage and assemble the whole thing. It weighed over 260 pounds. I just have so many questions, like, how do you even flip that thing? How many people did it feed, and who gets the first bite? When you think of competitive eating, one event stands above all others. Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog eating contest. This is the big one, the Super Bowl of Gluttony, held every year in Coney Island, New York. It's a spectacle. I'm talking thousands of people cheering, ESPN broadcasting it live. It's a whole thing. The legend goes that it all started in 1916 as a way for 4 immigrants to prove who was the most patriotic. I love that. I love America more. No, I do. Let's settle this with sausages. The competitors, they're not just regular folks, they are finely tuned athletes. They train for this. And the records they set are just superhuman. The current men's record holder is the legend himself, Joey Chestnut. Get this, he ate 76 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. 76. And on the women's side, Mickey Sudo is the champion, and she holds the record with an amazing 48.5 hot dogs in 10 minutes. It's mind-boggling, it's a little gross, but you absolutely cannot look away. This next fact is, and I mean this literally, out of this world. We've talked about hot dogs at the ballpark, on the street, at contests, but what about in space? Yes, hot dogs have been to space. They are official astronaut food. This is amazing. The Apollo missions, the ones that went to the moon, had hot dogs on the menu. NASA had to make sure the astronauts had food that was not only nutritious but also comforting and familiar. A little taste of home while you're floating hundreds of thousands of miles away. Apollo 7 astronauts were some of the first to enjoy them. But they weren't your typical grilled dogs, obviously. They were thermostabilized, which is a fancy way of saying they were specially packaged to last a long, long time without refrigeration. Imagine being up there, looking down at the Earth and unwrapping a space hot dog. What a moment that must be. It just proves the universal appeal of the hot dog. It's so beloved we had to make sure we could eat it in zero gravity. One of the best things about the hot dog is how different regions across the United States have made it their own. It's like a blank canvas for culinary creativity. You can take a road trip across America and have a completely different hot dog experience in every city. Let's start in Chicago. The Chicago-style dog is a work of art. It's an all-beef hot dog on a poppy seed bun, and it is dragged through the garden, as they say. That means it's loaded with yellow mustard, chopped white onions, bright green sweet pickle relish, a dill pickle spear, tomato slices, pickled sport peppers, and a dash of celery salt. And whatever you do, don't ask for ketchup. Seriously, don't. Then you can head east to New York, where the classic street cart dog reigns supreme. It's usually topped with spicy brown mustard and either sauerkraut or sautéed onions in a sweet red sauce. Simple, classic, perfect. Go down to the south, and in Atlanta you might find a slaw dog, topped with creamy coleslaw. Out west, the Sonoran hot dog from Tucson, Arizona is a legend. It's a bacon-wrapped hot dog, topped with pinto beans, onions, tomatoes, and a whole bunch of different sauces, all served in a fluffy bolillo roll. It's a flavor explosion. We know we love hot dogs, but just how much do we love them? I looked up the numbers, and folks, the statistics are staggering. They are truly astronomical. The National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, yes, that's a real thing, and honestly, I want to be their president, keeps track of this stuff. So, take a guess. How many hot dogs do you think Americans eat in a year? 1 billion? 5 billion? You're getting warmer. According to the council, Americans consume about 20 billion hot dogs a year. 20 billion, with a B. That works out to about 70 hot dogs per person. That's just the average. Some of us are clearly pulling more than our weight. And well, you know who you are. And the peak season, of course, is the summer. Between Memorial Day and Labor Day, we eat 7 billion hot dogs. During the 4th of July holiday alone, we eat 150 million hot dogs. That's enough to stretch from Washington, D.C. to Los Angeles more than 5 times. It's not just a food, it's an economic powerhouse. Okay, let's get into it. This is where friendships can be tested. This is where families draw lines in the sand. We need to talk about toppings. Specifically, the age-old epic battle of ketchup versus mustard. It's the great debate. In one corner you have classic, tangy yellow mustard, the traditionalist's choice. Many hot dog purists, especially in places like Chicago, will tell you that mustard is the only acceptable condiment. It complements the flavor of the meat without overpowering it. But in the other corner, you have sweet, familiar, lovable ketchup. A lot of people, maybe even most people, love ketchup on their hot dogs. But the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, our friends again, actually has an official stance on this. They have hot dog etiquette rules, and one of them says that people over the age of 18 should not put ketchup on a hot dog. Can you believe that? It's official policy. Of course, beyond those two, there's a whole world of toppings: relish, onions, chili, cheese, sauerkraut, jalapenos. The list is endless. It's a personal journey. The hot dog isn't just a star at the dinner table, it's a star on the big screen too. It has had some seriously iconic moments in pop culture. It pops up everywhere. Think about it. How many times have you seen a character in a movie or a TV show grabbing a quick hot dog from a street vendor in New York City? It's a classic cinematic moment. It instantly establishes a setting and a mood. It says big city life. It's in everything from classic films to modern blockbusters. Remember that great scene in Dirty Harry where Clint Eastwood is eating a hot dog right before the bank robbery? Iconic. Or what about in the movie UHF with Weird Al Yankovic, where they have the whole commercial for Spatula City? And of course, they find a use for spatulas with hot dogs. It's in music, too. The Beastie Boys gave a shout-out to Nathan's in one of their songs. The hot dog is a cultural shorthand for fun, for America, for everyday life. It's a reliable, relatable character actor in the story of our lives. We've covered the classics, we've covered the regional favorites, but now we must venture into the wild, weird, and wonderful world of unusual hot dogs. Some people look at a hot dog and a bun and don't see a simple meal. They see a canvas for culinary chaos. And I am here for it. For example, in Seattle, they have a popular late-night dog where they add cream cheese and grilled onions. At first, you're like, cream cheese on a hot dog? But then you try it and it's surprisingly delicious. The creaminess just works, but it gets weirder. In Japan, you can find hot dogs topped with things like dried seaweed, bonito flakes, or fried noodles. There's a place in Chicago that once served a billionaire dog that was topped with foie gras and truffle aioli. I've even heard of hot dogs topped with peanut butter and jelly, or macaroni and cheese, which actually sounds kind of amazing. It just goes to show that there are no rules. If you can dream it, you can probably put it on a hot dog. The possibilities are truly and sometimes terrifyingly endless. And that's it. 10 unbelievable facts about the amazing, the incredible, the unbeatable hot dog. Who knew, right? From its debated German origins and its adventures in outer space, to the mind-blowing consumption stats and the wild regional varieties, the hot dog is so much more than just a quick meal. It's a food with a rich history, a ton of personality, and a special place in our culture and our hearts. I feel like I've learned so much. And honestly, I'm also just really hungry for a hot dog right now. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thank you all so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. I had a blast. Now I have to know, what was your favorite fact from the video? Was it the space dogs, the world's longest dog? Or are you just thinking about that ketchup versus mustard debate? Let me know in the comments below. Also, tell me how you take your hot dog. What are your go-to toppings? I read all the comments and I'm genuinely curious to see how everyone builds their perfect dog. And hey, if you had fun and you want to see more videos like this, full of fun facts and deep dives into the things we love, do me a huge favor. Please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. And make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. We have so much more cool stuff planned. Thanks again for watching, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.